Good afternoon. Today I am going to be giving a brief presentation on the diversity plan for Elm Street Elementary School. First, let me get some history about Elm Street. We were established back in 1921, if you didn't already know that. And ever since, we have been kind of the cornerstone of the community around here. We started out as a middle class, working families neighborhood back in the 20s, and since then we have evolved into a very diverse school of mostly first generation immigrants from Latin America and Mexico, and we do have about 20%, 28% African American population as well, and probably about a 7% Caucasian population too. So we are diverse. We have been evolving and embracing our diversity for many years, but there is always room for improvement, and hopefully this plan will show that and get us on our way. Come over here because that is not wanting to touch it. Okay, our rationale is cultural diversity education is essential to providing a comprehensive and successful school experience to Elm Street students and our staff. Cultural training will better equip all stakeholders in reaching our population both in school and in the community. All facets of Elm Street family will be involved and accountable for the success of our students in our school. CCRPI scores indicate that we are not meeting the needs of our students. I think in our hearts we believe we are meeting the needs of our students socially, emotionally, and culturally. Academically, however, we are falling short. Through training and education programs offered to meet the needs of the faculty and staff and students and families, we will improve the CCRPI score. The administration goal. In each part of our diversity plan, we have 5 different sections, and the first section is the administrative section. They are our leaders, and we look forward to them leading the way in making this the best school that it can be for our students, our faculty, our staff, our families, and our community. The administration at Elm Street School will work to meet the diversity needs of our school, and in doing so, improve the academic and social emotional performance of our students. These are some of the activities or skills or things that are necessary for our administration to do in order to help meet those cultural needs and diversity needs. Recruit and hire new faculty and staff who are culturally diverse, educated in the needs of our population to fill vacant positions. Right now, our staff does not even come close to mirroring the population at our school, and according to the administration, and I believe it because it is true around Rome City schools in general, it is hard to find a diverse staff that can mirror our population. Certainly as a Caucasian woman, I don't want to lose my job, but I do recognize how important it is for a student to see themselves in their teachers and to have at least as many as we can that are...
Miss Amberly O'Neill, please come to the front office to go home. Miss Amberly O'Neill, please come to the front office.
Sorry. But to have that mirrored in the classroom is extremely important. Also, to provide staff development and research-based cultural awareness programs for all faculty and staff. That includes our parapros, our lunchroom, our janitors. In the past, we did study the same book used in class by Ruby Payne, and just recently we were invited to hear her speak of her new book, Emotional Poverty. And, you know, are definitely cheerleaders for Dr. Payne and all that she has done for cultural diversity education in the classroom and in schools and churches and in the community. But when we did this book study of understanding poverty, it was 10 years ago. Since then, we have had a turnover of teachers and staff that so much that we need to revisit that and do a book study, do some professional development, and revisit those ideas. And even for those of us that did take it, just to say, oh yeah, I remember that, and kind of come back around to what we know and get back to those understandings. Provide support to students, family, faculty, staff, and providing necessary data to help target areas in need of improving academic, social, emotional, and cultural understandings. I think our administration is doing this. They might need to do it more often as far as letting us know what's going on in PBIS, in map data, and those kinds of things where we can catch those kids who might need help, whether behaviorally or academically, and find the appropriate ways to do so. Review the current data and literature on institutional racism and provide for staff development to address these issues. We haven't done this, and I don't think many schools have, and it's a big problem in the United States, more so, I think, than it was in the past. It probably was a problem in the past, but I think it's come out more in the past few years. And our kids know this. Teaching 6th grade, as a 6th grade teacher, we have these discussions in my classroom, and young black men are scared, young Hispanic children are scared, and know that they are not treated the same as a Caucasian person, and that's not right. We need to let go of our political beliefs, leave them outside the doors, bring our empathy into the classroom, and be more sensitive and culturally aware of what we're doing to, I don't want to say be racist, but at times doing something that may seem racist to somebody else. Touchy issue, but it needs to be touched. And, okay, we are currently doing some things that are helping our students and need to continue doing those. Continue to provide funding for implementation of the Aspire After School program. That's in place now for 3 through 5. It would be great if it was in place for K through 2 and 6th graders. Our 6th graders aren't where they need to be, and this is their last year before they go on to middle school and have even less supports than we do here at the elementary level. It would be awesome if we could get those kids in Aspire or some other type of after-school program to help them get that extra boost to bring up their grades, find themselves, so to speak, before they go on to middle school and be a little bit more confident in who they are as a student and as a young person. Provide ELL staff development for all teachers serving the ELL population. And we have started doing that this year to help us understand better what our EL students need. If we're not endorsed in ELL, we do have a push-in program where our EL teachers come in, they get our kids in small groups and help them work on the language. But as a classroom teacher, you know, I need that extra support and knows the strategies to what to do to help my EL kids for the rest of the day, whether that be culturally or academically. Provide common planning time with classroom ELL teachers, ESE teachers, and coaches as needed to develop appropriate lessons for all students in inclusion and push-in programs, which kind of goes back to this one. We have shared time in the classroom. It would be awesome to have common planning time at least once a month, you know, preferably at least once a week, where we could plan classroom activities together and bring the class as a whole together more and have those shared responsibilities of teaching all the students at the same time, or breaking up in different groups, and I even get to teach some of the EL stuff. The faculty and staff goal. The faculty and staff at Elm Street Elementary School will work to become better educated as to the cultural norms of our current population, current diversity and racial issues, and learn to and implement the best practices that can be used for students to achieve success in school and in their future careers. That's our job, and a lot of times what we see as normal, as a Caucasian female, in her 40s, is not what's normal for most of my classroom. And I do need to become aware of those needs and those cultural differences, to become sympathetic to them, to embrace them, so to speak, and to explore them more in the classroom to help our students learn. And I think that goes pretty much for all of us. These are some of the things that we need to do as a staff: attend school and district level cultural diversity staff development. And I have been told by administration that the district as a whole is also going to be offering more of that at the district level and at the site level as well. Attend and put into practice best practices in teaching our current population, emphasizing the individual needs of each learner, not only academically but culturally and emotionally as well. When we come to school, we don't put down who we are at the door when we walk in. We are still the African American male or the young Hispanic female who, slept, in the hallway because uncle's staying over and they got bed or had to take care of the baby before they came to school. And we need to be sensitive to those situations and those needs. Refer students to specialized supplemental program outside the classroom to assist in meeting struggling students' needs. This could be Aspire, this could be RTI, this could be a mentorship program that we do have in place here at Elm Street, and we need to be able to utilize those easily. And then the last one here on this page: provide clinical support for students' mental, physical, and emotional health. This will be done through referral to the school nurse, SST team, or guidance counselor. Just last year, and I know across our district and certainly probably throughout many other districts, mental health is a big issue among kids. Unfortunately, guidance counselors at school really are not prepared to deal with that. They're not mental health counselors, they're school counselors. And many of their duties do not allow them to have that time to really help these kids who are having mental issues. And our kids need to be able to be referred to outside services that are free of charge, because many of them do not have the funds. Those families don't have the funds to pay for counseling services or treatment because they don't have insurance and they cannot afford that out-of-pocket cost. And through our nurse, which we do have a school nurse daily, which is wonderful, she can do those simple things such as eye and ear exams and give medicine that has been provided through home and doctors. And sometimes call parents and let them know, with a little bit of education, how to take care of a situation. And our last three topics for faculty and staff: participate in student advocacy program, which is our Genius Hour that we are doing now. As a classroom teacher, once a month I meet with 10 students in grades 4 through 6, and we have what's called Genius Hour. My group is the animal group, and basically what that means is each month I bring in a different type of animal. I've brought in dogs, I've brought in horses, I've brought in chickens, I've brought in rabbits, just because I live on a farm. And children get to experience these, and through this build a relationship with me and with each other, and we can talk and learn at the same time. And hopefully, through that relationship building, it gives students another adult that they can turn to when they need help, if that should happen. and just, somebody else there to know who you are and say, hey, how you doing today? Provide weekly communication with parents and families as to student progress and needs and language requested on the enrollment form, and provide for translators as needed in conferences. We do a great job with this already. We send home weekly reports. This is the 6th grade one. Basically, it's English on one side, and then on the other side it's Spanish. We do have several people here that are fluent in both English and Spanish, so we really don't have a problem getting translators. Provide parent educational opportunities through monthly daytime and evening programs and parenting, English instruction, homework help, resume building, health concerns, etc. This will be done through the parent liaison, school nurse, and guidance counselor with teacher support as necessary. We do this, and we've been doing this. We might want to think about getting some other topics, maybe through a parent survey of what they need and would like help in, and we certainly will be more than glad to provide that for them. It is very important that it's offered at day and night, because many of our families do work night shifts or split shifts, and so sometimes they can come in the day, sometimes at night, and to be able to do both is great. Provide weekly open library times for parents and students to come to library, check out books, listen to stories, and help with homework. We're not doing this, but this is something that's kind of a little pet project of mine that I would like to start soon, because a lot of our parents don't have transportation to get to the public library. They want to help with their kids, but they really don't know how or don't have books at home. So allowing that time for them to bring their student to the library, have students listen to stories, take reading counts tests, get help with homework, parents ask questions if they need to, would be a wonderful, wonderful project, and I think would help our scores increase in reading as well. I mean, who doesn't love to listen to a good story? Student goal. We can't do this without kids getting on board. Students will become better able to take ownership of their learning through educational opportunities offered to them and helping them grow culturally, socially, emotionally, and academically. We have good kids. They, however, according to our PBIS statistics, we have about 7% of our population that is consistently not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and we are doing behavior plans and all the things that we need to do to help them get on the right track. But that being said, we do have 93% of our students who are consistently doing what they're supposed to be doing, becoming good citizens and good learners, and we are proud of them, and we do need to recognize that, and we do on a weekly and monthly basis, and even quarterly with big things. But in saying that, I think our kids need cultural awareness programs just as much as teachers do, because not everyone is the same. We do that through Second Step and other cultural activities and guidance activities that help us become more empathetic towards each other and each other's needs and problems. But students do need to set their own goals in academic areas with assistance of teachers and staff based on MAP, Georgia Milestones, and SRI scores. Actively monitor and strive to achieve these goals with weekly progress monitoring with the appropriate faculty member. We have conferences with our students once a week, every other week. Just it depends on the grade level, and it depends on the students and what their needs are, to monitor, are you getting where you need to be, and if not, what can I do to help you as a teacher, and what can you do more to get where you need to be, and what is blocking you. Participate actively in classroom activities, asking for help as needed. Most of our students do this already. We do have some that don't, and of course those are the ones that we need to get more involved with and have them get more involved in their education as well. Students will become better informed of cultural differences among them through the classroom discussions, projects, and counselor education in the classroom, which I've already discussed a little bit, through Second Step, that comes out a lot, through our DARE program, that comes out a lot. and just through conversations and books that we read together, and how we connect with each other. Actively participate in RTI opportunities and all supplemental opportunities required to achieve success in the classroom. We do have pull-out RTI programs throughout the day, sometimes during class time, sometimes after class. And in order to be successful, they definitely need to, make a commitment to participate and move on out of that RTI instruction. Families and caregivers. We can't do anything without the help of our families. They send us the best that they have, and we're going to work really hard to make them even better. And we need our families' help to do that. Families and caregivers will become better educated to prepared to help their student achieve success in school and in the community. In doing so, by attending these trainings that we offer if they can, reading the information that we send home, answering phone calls when we call or emails, and emailing us when there is a problem or a concern or a question or anything. We're here for them, and we encourage our parents to be involved. Support teachers in school positively at home by encouraging study habits, work completion, and the importance of education. I can do all I can at school. I need parents to support us as teachers and as the school that, Elm Street is a good school. Your teachers are working hard. I need you to work hard and do this for yourself as well. Attend and request conferences as needed with teachers, counselors, and other school personnel. Most of our parents do this. Some parents, of course, we never hear from them, and we do need to hear from them. And we won't hesitate at all to do a home visit if that's needed as well. Communicate any concerns relating to the student that may affect his or her education or well-being. Sometimes there's things going on that we don't know about that will definitely affect the education, even if it's, a pet passing away, a divorce, a fight, something happening in the family situation. Just a little heads up of, hey, there's problems. Just be aware of that. If Johnny is not on his best today, there's stuff going on at home. We don't need the full details, but just a little bit of a heads up, so we'll, be a little bit more empathetic towards Johnny's needs at that day and keep an eye on him. And the community. Continue to engage and support the community and recruit involvement from community members for support and mentoring and providing outside resources to improve the cultural connections and educational endeavors of the school. Our community is great around here as far as coming and helping when they can, donating their resources, and we have some teachers that are fabulous at begging for getting those things. We probably need to step up a little bit and help those teachers and reach out some more to some new businesses that have come into play and some new churches and get them on board as well. By continuing to foster those relationships with such as the Boys and Girls Club, Rebecca Blaylock, West Rome United Methodist Church, Sam's Club, Mohawk Industries, Berry College, Shorter College. Those college students are great helpers too when they come out. We need to foster family and community advocacy and involvement programs that can help parents and families better support their student in school. Have cultural and educational events will be held each 9 weeks to help educate and promote the diversity among our community. All cultures represented in the school should be represented in these events. And this is something that we don't do right now, that we have talked about doing and starting, if not in January, possibly in March of this year, and then get it full blown next year. And in conclusion, we have made many strides and we have been successful in making this a truly family-friendly school, and we will continue to do so, and we will continue to embrace and enhance our diverse population. And as our motto for this year, we are all in and all one. Thank you.